Hi everyone. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. How are you today? Hopefully you are in a good condition so you can join with this online learning very well. Well, today I will be your guest teacher and we will be learning geography. Before we start the lesson, let's say basmalah and dua before study. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Rabbi zidni ilma warzuqni fahma. Ya Allah, give me knowledge and good understanding. Amin. Well, today we are going to learn about geography approach. Are you ready to learn? Let's get started. What is geography approach? Geography approach is a method which is used to analyze and to examine the symptoms and the phenomena in geosphere, especially the interaction between human and the environment. Yeah, there are many problems or many phenomena that happen in the world, that happen in the earth. What kind of problems is that? The first problem is environmental problems. What is the example? Yes, forest fires, illegal logging. What else? Pollution. It can be water pollution, air pollution, or maybe land pollution. Yeah, those are the problems that happen and include in environmental problems. And the second problem is about natural disasters. We cannot deny the disasters that happen in the world or that happen in the earth. What is the example? Yeah, landslide, tsunami, flood, earthquake, or maybe volcano eruption. Yeah, those kind are examples of natural disasters. And the third problem is demographic problems. And the example one of the example is population density. What is another example? Yeah, like poverty, and then what else? Unemployment. Yeah, unemployment is one of the demographic problems. Well, the fourth problem is about agricultural and industrial problems. One of the example of agricultural problem is about the crops failure, or we can say as gagal panen. And one of the example of industrial problem is disposal waste which come from industrial factories. And there is also what else? The scarcity of human resource, and then the scarcity of raw materials, and maybe we can find another problems in industrial matters. Yeah, and the fifth problem is rural and urban problems. Rural means countryside area, and urban means in the city or in a town area. In rural area or in the countryside, sometimes we find that there is lacks of facility, and in the city we can find a problem like a traffic jam or maybe slums. Do you know slums? Yeah, it is a kind of pemukiman kumuh. Yeah, this is one of the urban problems. Well, to overcome those kind of problems, we need special method to find the solution. There are three approaches that we use to analyze or to examine those kind of problems so we can find the solution to overcome those kind of problems. And in geography, there are three approaches that we used. The first approach is spatial approach, and the second is ecological approach, and the third is complex region approach. Now, let's talk the approach one by one. The first approach is spatial approach. This approach is used to analyze the geographical problems which is caused by natural or physical factors. Look at the example. The high intensity of rain causes some rivers in Bandung got overflowed. As a result, there are 5 districts were flooded. Yeah. We see from the examples that the problem is about flood. And the flood is caused by natural factors. What is the factor? Yes, the high intensity of rain. To analyze this problem, to analyze about this flood, this flood, we use spatial approach because the problem is caused by natural factors. The flood is caused by the intensity of the rain, the high intensity of the rain. Do you get my point? Very good. Another example. The landslide in Banjarnegara, which happened some years ago, was caused by the slopes and the water spring underground. Do you know water spring? Yeah, it is a mata air, water spring underground and the ground movement. Yeah. The three natural factors caused the landslide. Okay, so the spatial approach is used to analyze this problem. Okay, do you understand? Very good. The second approach is ecological approach. we use this approach to analyze the geographical problems which is caused by human behavior towards the environment. Okay, now let's see the example. The deforestation in the upstream, you know upstream? Yeah, in Hulu, we call as Hulu upstream, yeah, causes flood and landslide. Yeah, deforestation here is done by the human. This is not natural factors. Deforestation is human behavior factors. So, to overcome the problems like landslide and flood because of deforestation, we use ecological approach. Yeah, so if you see the, or if you read about ecological approach, it means that you have to remember about human behavior towards the environment. Another example is the pollution that happened in Citarum River. Do you know why Citarum was polluted? Yeah, because the disposal waste which come from the industrial factories around Citarum River. Yeah, disposal waste which come from the industrial factories. It is about human behavior, right? It is not natural factors. It is not physical factors, but it is about human behavior factors. Disposal waste causes the river polluted. So, to analyze this problem, we use ecological approach. Well, now the third approach, it is complex regional approach. This approach is used to analyze the geographical problems which is caused by the combination of physical factors and social factors. Now look at the example. The flood in Jakarta happened because of the high intensity of the rain and the combination of the human behavior who always dump the waste to the river. Yeah, the silting river. Do you know silting river? Yeah, pendangkalan sungai. Silting river because of the human behavior who throw the rubbish to the river. Yeah, so it is the combination of two factors. Physical factors, yeah, or natural factors like high intensity of the rain, and the social factors, the human behavior who throw the rubbish to the river. So, to analyze this problem, we use the complex regional approach. Okay? And we also use this approach to analyze the geographical problems who relates to regions or to areas. Now look at the example. Yeah, the conversion of the land in Bogor, yeah, become villas or resorts or maybe hotels in Bogor, cause flooding in Jakarta. Because the land in Bogor was converted to some buildings there. And it is difficult to the land there to absorb the water from the rain. So it causes flooding in Jakarta. This case, yeah, in this problem, there are two areas which are involved in this problem. Bogor and Jakarta. So, in this problem, we use, We use complex region approach. Okay, do you get my point? Very good. So we have three approaches. Spatial approach, yeah, it is about natural factors, and the second is ecological approach. It is about human behavior towards the environment. And the third is the complex regional approach, which is used to analyze the geographical problems, which is caused by the combination of two factors, natural or physical factors and social factors. And also, this approach is used to analyze the problems which relates to regions or to areas. Well, hopefully you understand what I have explained to you about three approaches in geography. And later we will have an exercise, how to analyze this problem and which approach that we will use to analyze it. Now we go to the exercise. There are many factories along with Siak River in Riau which put the disposal of waste to the river. As a result, the river is contaminated by various industrial waste. In this case, it is what we call as water pollution. The geography approach which is used to analyze that problem is A. Spatial, B. Temporal, C. Ecological, D. Complex region, or E. Chorology. Well, we have learned about three approaches in geography. Spatial approach, it relates with the natural factors or physical factors. And then ecological approach, which relates with human behavior. And we also learn about complex region approach. Okay, now look at the question. In this question, it is about water pollution. Yeah, the river is contaminated by various industrial waste. Based on the problem is about human behavior. Yeah, so many factories along with Siak River put the disposal of waste to the river. So it is about human behavior. So the correct approach to overcome this problem is ecological approach. Now we go to the question number 2. Forest fire, which happened in Sumatra, caused various problems such as respiratory disease, limited viewing distance among the citizens in Sumatra, Malaysia, and Singapore. The geography approach to analyze that phenomena is spatial, ecological, topical, human activity, complex region. Well, now look at the main problem from the question. The main problem is about forest fire, which happened in Sumatra, but the effect and the result is also happened in Malaysia and Singapore. Not only in Sumatra, but also in Malaysia and Singapore. The citizens in Malaysia and in Singapore couldn't handle this problem without any cooperation with Sumatra or Indonesia. Okay? So the keywords here is there are another regions which involved in this problem. That is Malaysia and Singapore. So the suitable approach to analyze this problem is complex regions. That's very good because it involves another areas or another regions like Malaysia and Singapore. Do you understand? That's very good. Well, okay, I think that's all for today for the geography class with me, your guest teacher. Hopefully, you understand what I have explained to you. And let's close our class by doa after study. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika asyhadu alla ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilaik. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.